So we now have a betting scandal in the WNBA, and I do feel like the WNBA has handled this badly. I think they've handled it really badly because this was a nothing. But also, this now is a much bigger story. This is a much bigger, much bigger story. And I'm going to be real. Now the WNBA have showed, for lack of a better word, that Angel Reese and Paige Bueckers are in fact, I'm not going to say the term Sandy Brandello, but what Sandy Brandello implied. And there is special treatment when it is Angel Reese or Paige Bueckers. And before anything, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to get to 61k. We're only 58 subscribers off. If we can get that by the end of the day, or even by the Fever game tomorrow, that would be insane. So, what basically happened here is that Angel Reese and Paige Bueckers joked about the All-Star game, and they joked about saying they had made a wager in the All-Star game. And look, at the end of the day, they're on the same team. Nobody knows what the wager is. It can be there or not. Like, it can be true or not. There was some deniability. It's like, oh, we were just joking for the camera. We didn't do that. And it was only shown after the fact. They were on the same team. There's no way of proving anything. Except they then went out and said, we're doing double or nothing on this wager on Wednesday. It's $400. And Angel Reese, after the game, doubled and tripled down and kept going, I'll be requesting Apple Pay for that $400, and then tweets out $400. So she's basically, going out of her way to to double and triple down on, we made a bet for $400. Like, it's now at the stage where Angel Reese essentially said, I did that shit. Where it says here, while social media posts was meant to be lighthearted, WNBA players are well aware of the league's policies prohibiting betting on games and receive training every year reinforcing these policies. We recognize the post missed the mark, removed it shortly after, and addressed the matter internally. We also use this opportunity to emphasize the players involved in conversations about wagering on WNBA games, even when intended as a joke. Angel Reese doubled and tripled down to say, I'm getting $400. I'm getting the money. Like, I'm going to be real here. It is now one of those things where it is hard to say, because of the stuff that Angel Reese said over the last 48 hours, that this was a joke. It's really, really hard because she's doubled and tripled down about winning the bet. At the end of the day, this is nothing. I can guarantee you that players have friendly wagers not broadcast publicly all the time. I think this is the fault of the WNBA page for broadcasting this publicly and saying what the bet was. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When two elite players play each other, if they're friends, I'd say it's a common thing, even if you're overseas, where two teammates are playing against each other overseas, but they're the only American on the team, being like, oh, whoever wins buys the loser dinner. Like, those type of bets are there. They're going to be there. I think everybody knows that they're going to be there. And the problem is you can't broadcast that. It becomes really tough when you broadcast that because it's illegal. Am I saying that Angel Reese or Paige Bueckers did anything morally wrong? No. Am I saying that they did something that we haven't seen other players that we know other players don't do? Yeah. Like, they didn't. It is nothing. The problem is when the WNBA broadcast it, everybody knows the thing. We're now in a situation where everything is sensitive because, a fan just got spat on. An owner cursed out two fans. Those two fans were also assaulted in the stands. Like, it is It's now at a stage where the WNBA has made sure as hell that basketball is tertiary. I'm not even going to say secondary. I'm going to say basketball is tertiary. It is tertiary to social justice and then, player vibes. Or to be honest, Real Housewives of the WNBA. The basketball is tertiary. There is drama shit, then there is social justice, then there is basketball. They have made sure this basketball is tertiary in the league, and people are watching everything. Nobody cares that Paige Bueckers passed up a potential game winner to almost turn it over, get it to Jess Shepherd, and allow a whack shoot a side step 3-point shot. Nobody's going to remember that because basketball is tertiary in this league. And the problem is the WNBA have acknowledged it. They have acknowledged that this happened. You have to suspect. You have to do something. And the problem is now is that by acknowledging it and saying there's no suspension, a lot of people are saying, they have to go and set a precedent by suspending them. And if we're being real, I don't know if there is a punt. By even acknowledging this, you've acknowledged wrongdoing. And by saying they're joking about it, by Angel Reese still in the last couple of hours tweeting about 400. I hate saying this, but 10-game ban for what it is, because it brings the integrity of the entire league into disrepute. And I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I'm saying the league are at fault. I'm saying this is all caused by the league's social media. The problem is the league have broadcast an illegal activity on the players. They did nothing wrong. They did nothing else. The problem is that the league broadcasted it. That is where it becomes really tricky, because this is not one of those things where it can be written off as, this didn't happen. This didn't happen. The WNBA have broadcast illegal activity amongst players. And are there 100 times more severe things that players have done and gotten away with? Yeah. I'll stand by that. Than this specific scenario, the problem is the precedent. The WNBA has just set a precedent that there is no punishment for being caught betting on games. They have now set that precedent, and that is a bad precedent to set. I don't think they did anything wrong except for the league broadcasting it and not really realizing, okay, this is illegal and we're going to joke about this and I think broadcasting the specifics of what the bet is as well, it makes it hard to joke about. And then Angel Reese just acting like a fucking dumbass, quadrupling down on $400. Holy shit! By the way, those Angel Reese tweets and replies, if this goes any further, because this isn't necessarily even a league matter. This is this could go past the league. I don't know how much they care about it. I don't know how illegal this is, but it's kind of cut and dry. If it is considered, if they feel like there's a case here, and unfortunately for these players, we all kind of know that there are people in high positions in the government that would want to make a show of the WNBA. That would want to make it seem like it's about, want to take down the league. It feels like this is a cut and dry, obviously they did it, we're going to go after them. And I don't know what position the league are in right here. And the worst part about this is this is 100% the fault of the WNBA social media. This is not necessary. Other than doubling and tripling down, like Angel Reese did last night, there's no fault on them making a friendly wager. there's no fault genuinely in the making for me, in making a friendly wager on a human level. We all know this is done. We all know it's not changing the outcome of a game. The problem is, letter of the law, they did something that is, and I could get them both in a lot of trouble. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do about it and what way this works, what way we see, kind of what way just in general we see the league and players go about this. Because I'm like, it's a very touchy subject. And for people saying, oh, the league hasn't punished them. Initially, I was like, oh, the league has now kind of fucked themselves. They've now kind of fucked themselves. But by not suspending them, but I'm like, by acknowledging it. But I really don't know. Because realistically, the league, this is not a league matter at this stage. This is a legal matter. And the league suspending them for 10 games, 0 games, it's not going to stop. If somebody wants to actually, go further with this, it's not going to stop that. Anyway, I'll see you guys.